Good on the first, and that brings him within 2 here. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. Free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
And there's only one option. They need a triple.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. That'll count if it goes. Oh, couldn't sink it, and we're going to overtime. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. And we'll be back with you shortly. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Jackson. Then it's Cam Thomas, and it's Nash in at point guard. Jackson outside. Pass to Nash. Off the mark there with a 3.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Robertson. Just 5 to shoot. For 3. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Antetokounmpo's got 11 rebounds in the game. And he lays in the alley-oop pass. And the Raptors lead by 2.
Oh, man, take a look at that one. Just a textbook alley-oop.
Beautifully done. He served it up on a platter. Here's Robertson. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. And they get it back. And Grant gets it to go. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh! Giannis powers it down with force.
Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Grant. About 90 seconds off the clock at extra time now. Nembhard outside. Pass to Graham. Now here's Brown. And there's the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Fade away. Rebound Toronto. They've led by as much as 10. Antetokounmpo outside. Nash passes to Antetokounmpo. No good with the triple. For Milwaukee, they've gone only 1 for 4 in OT so far. Pass to Graham. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Well, you have to like the length of Brook Lopez and the fact that he understands he has that advantage on both ends of the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And Lopez drops them both.
Cool and collected, making them count under pressure.
And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Rebounded by Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Pass to Robertson. Here's Antetokounmpo. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He ends up making the second, and that gives him a lead. For Milwaukee, they've gone only 1 for 4 in OT so far. And the jam by Brown.
How about a little bit of daylight is all Jaylen Brown needs, up off his feet in a hurry.
Throws it up high. Ooh, Giannis dunks it home.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. The Bucks have gone 2 for 5 here in OT. Right side Brown.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He sinks the clutch free throw. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Well, a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Jackson. Count it!
Yeah, what composure from Jackson Jr. Not allowing the pressure of the moment to get to him.
Brown with it. Second chance effort. Cash. And tie game. Huge basket right there.
Yeah, if you're going to be a franchise guy, you've got to want the ball in these clutch moments. Jaylen Brown doing work.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. One second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Antetokounmpo surveys. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Thomas. Three-pointer. Oh, bangs home the 3. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
And a 3 would tie it up. If they have to make one extra pass to get a better shot, they probably have just enough time to do that.
So a close game sees Toronto taking this one. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Jaren, you've shown yourself to be an impact player at both ends of the floor. but is defense where it starts?
Yeah, you know, the talking keeps me active, just being able to move my feet, being able to stay low on defense, you know, all those things keep you engaged. And when you do those things, you can make a big impact as the anchor of the team. And, you know, everybody else, they take pride in defense. So if I'm working with everybody else, it's great.
Thanks, Jaren. Congrats on your success.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Here with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us.
We've got a chance now for our starting lineups. From point guard to center, this game should be a good one.
And it's pretty obvious what these teams want to do. They want to run their offense through their bigs.
Yeah, when you've had the success they've had through the front court, it's easy to see why.
Yeah, but you don't want to become one-dimensional. It's important to keep the defense on their toes.
Up top, Clark. Magbagor.
And it's rebounded by Satu Sabali.
Thomas outside. High quality look, and she sinks it.
Well, the paint is Thomas's bread and butter because she is very confident in her ability to score inside.
And for Satu Sabali, her third season was a good one. She was named the 2023 Most Improved Player.
Yeah, going from 11 to 18 points per game, looking much more comfortable offensively. Sabali, first team All-WNBA, one of the 5 best players in the league.
Now here's Whitcomb. Copper up top.
She's covered by Clark. Down low. Stolen by Alicia Clark.
Outside Williams. Picked by Agumake.
And Williams gets it to go.
That's a move very few players can make, guys. Sensational stuff.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played.
Outside Whitcomb. Thomas down low.
Ogumake's there, and she makes that one.
Using her length to find her shot inside. Sabali is a real threat on the interior.
Well, she moved on from the Storm in 2023, but still, Breanna Stewart is a legend in Seattle, and there's no doubt she always will be.
I mean, in her 6 years with the Storm, 2 titles, an MVP, first team All-League 4 times. You throw in the first ever Commissioner's Cup that they won, and Stewie was the MVP. It was an unreal run for her in the Pacific Northwest.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Back to Magbagor.
Ogumake. 5 on the clock. For 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And up the court come the Mercury on the break.
And it's Thomas missing.
Outside Williams. Good on the triple. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Storm out in front, up 1. And the second quarter is on the way when we return. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Storm?
Strong effort by them defensively. Good pressure being placed on the offense and the ball.
Absolutely. They've been the more intense team, and their defense has been swarming early on like a beehive.
Pass to Uzan.
From past the arc, it's up and it's off the mark. 1 up, 1 not down. Here's Brown. Lets it go from deep. That doesn't go, and she's 0 for 1 from the field. Now here's Prince. Guarded by Wheeler. And it's Prince missing. Seattle in the lead. Pass to Brown. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Phoenix with the ball. And they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Brown. And Clark pulls it down.
And 2023 was a frustrating season for the Mercury, a 9-31 record.
The second worst record in team history as they missed the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. They were dead last in defensive rating. So if you want to talk about a big improvement, it's got to start there.
Here's Uzan.
No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. Pass to Sabali.
Uzan.
Now Prince. Puts up a three. That one doesn't drop. Now here's Brown. Prince covering.
On the wing, Jordan Horsey.
Back to Brown. Outside Wheeler. And the Storm, another three.
A few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away.
It wouldn't surprise me with as good as they're looking at the moment.
Absolutely right, Brian. They're looking really strong.
From deep, Satu Sabali. Her second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
How about that? Responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Yeah, terrific little back and forth right there, Tim.
It's been a lot of fun to watch.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and game clock.
Here's Uzan. Pass to Mack.
Sabali with it. Yep, count it. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Storm up by 4. And we will be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
You have to like what we're seeing from Satu Sabali.
Well, she created a lot of good shots for herself in the first couple of quarters, and she knows when to pass up on the tough ones. Good shot selection.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for her, and that's a stat that really tells you how efficient a player has been.
And we're close to reaching the 30th season of the WNBA. What a milestone.
And the stability we currently have, it's just so important. The league is in a great place. Plus, guys, it's continuing to grow.
Yeah, the W is on very solid ground. And as you said, Tim, I think we just keep getting bigger.
Copper outside. The three-pointer off the mark. And it's the Storm with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Now here's Williams. She has 5. Clark outside. Takes the three. Drills the three-pointer.
Moves well without the ball. Clark's pretty good at losing her defender and making them pay.
Well, the last title for the Mercury came back in 2014, and that team was historically good.
maybe the best team in league history. 29-5 record in the regular season, 8-1 in the playoffs, and they had a stacked roster. Brittany Griner, Diana Taurasi, DeWanna Bonner, they helped lead Phoenix to their second title.
Back to Clark. Pass to Williams. Let's go with a three. Mercury with the rebound. On the wing, Kalia Copper. She's covered by Clark. And the basket by Copper.
Laser focused. Copper nailing the mid-range.
Now a timeout called by Seattle.
And Brian, what do you think it is about Kalia Copper that makes her such a top-tier offensive weapon?
Most would say her pure skills, but you can't overlook her effort level. When Copper's on the floor, she's giving you everything she has and then some.
Both teams will make substitutions. Over a minute and a half into this third quarter action. Pass to Wheeler. The three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Copper outside. And here's Whitcomb. To the inside. Sabali. And it's good. The game is all even.
And they finally fought all the way back to even the score. We've got a whole new ballgame.
Yeah, and they've got all the momentum in the world right now after that comeback, so you just have to like their chances the rest of the way.
Now here's McMagor. Quiet so far offensively, searching for her first points of the game. Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her two chances at the free throw line.
You look at someone like Ezi McMagor, a modern big, length defensively, can hit jumpers, just so talented.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
Well, one of the most improved players in the league, Ezi McMagor.
Oh, remember, she was just 20 when she entered the WNBA. Most others are 22, 23, even see some 24, 25-year-olds. So while she wasn't elite her first 2 years, she was the youngest player in the league. So we've seen the improvement, and now Ezi, she's one of the best defensive players in the game.
Well, when you talk about the greatest organizations in this league, Seattle has a strong argument.
Well, they've got 4 titles, which is tied for the most all time. And since their first title back in 2004, they've only missed the playoffs 3 times in 20 years.
Clock is at 3 for the lead.
And it's Thomas missing.
From 11 feet away. He can't hit that time. And we have just finished the third quarter, and a tight game we've got. Storm out in front. They're up by 1. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments for our fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. Clark outside. Fires for 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
A respected distance shooter. Clark's impact to her team can be felt from all over the court.
Here's Uzan.
Pass to Copper. Shoots over Clark. Copper no good. Seattle leading. Now here's Agumake. Here's Clark. Picked by Agumake. Shot's good by Clark. And it's the Mercury with the ball. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. From 12 feet out, yes, on the jump shot.
Fantastic touch from Copper there. You can see how locked in she is scoring inside.
Now a timeout called by Seattle. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Picked by Agumake. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
Getting a point off a technical, that's an easy way to extend the lead.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over 1 minute played.
You know, you watch her and you see her mechanics are totally out of whack right now. She's lost all feel for her shot.
Yeah, and it's not hard to tell. You know, just look at her numbers right now. Nothing is going down for her.
Kept alive.
Well, something I really like about Thomas's game, she gets to the foul line a lot.
She doesn't hit the first, and that was one they really wanted. She's got one more, though.
A physical point forward, Thomas shows a complete game. She can rebound, defend, and she's a monster on the break.
So neither attempt will fall that time. And it's the Storm on the break. Williams inside.
Whitcomb defending.
Williams can't get it to go. Pass to Copper. Back to Thomas.
Sabally shot is off.
Yeah, remember that. And that's not an opportunity. She fails to convert very often.
Takes the three. Connects from three-point range.
What are they thinking, leaving her with all that space out there? Don't they know that that's pretty much a layup for her?
Here's Copper. Boots over Clark. He clangs that one off the back iron and it falls.
I know it's fun to sit back and enjoy watching her operate. And guess what? That's what the D was doing too. Just sitting back and watching. Have to be more active.
And an intentional foul right there.
Sabally comes with the double team.
6 to shoot. Had a nice open look right there.
I don't want to say that they're trying to run up the score, but they do keep adding up to that lead.
Well, if you won't say it, partner, I will. They're trying to run up the score here.
Thanks for saying that, Brian.
Whitcomb misses. Seattle with the ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 9. Pass to Magbegor. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Cans it from downtown. And so it's Seattle winning this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
It really was. When this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what tough-minded squad they can be.
And that's a wrap, everyone.
And just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Boston Celtics. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot. And for Detroit, Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5, roaming the paint. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now, here's Cunningham. Hardaway kicks to Thompson. A 3-pointer off the mark. And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics. Tatum hits the front of the rim and out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Cunningham finds Harris. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Harris. 5 to shoot. Thompson, a screen on Tatum. Harris's shot is off. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. He knows how much Jason Tatum can impact the game. And Coach told me Tatum has improved the way he reads the game, how he responds to a defense. He's faster. That means we have to be crisp with how we rotate and send a double. Not a lot of wiggle room on the floor when Tatum is processing information. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
He stands since 2009. The Pistons have just 2 playoff appearances.
Yeah, that's true, Kevin, and they got swept in both of those playoff appearances. They haven't won a playoff game since 2008, and with all the lottery picks they've made recently, their fans are itching to see some progress.
Now here is Harris after Jaylen Brown's miss. Thompson passes to Hardaway. For 3, Harris. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to White. And here's Tatum for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Tatum's got 5.
This is why Tatum is a volume 3-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Harris. Malik Beasley comes in for Asar Thompson. Ivy's checked in for Hardaway. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cade Cunningham. There's 48 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Schroeder. Shoots the three. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Schroeder.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Brown. Here he goes. Pass to Cornette. Nice ball movement by Boston. 4 on the shot clock. From 17 feet out, that one falls.
Well, you got to know the scouting report on Brown. He's solid cashing in from the mid-range.
Ivy with it. Shoots over Brown. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Celtics lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Jaden Ivey is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Thompson, and it's Beasley in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Celtics leading by 4. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it.
And it's Schroeder missing. And here's Boston. Outside Tatum. Here goes Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Drills it from outside. Pritchard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Love the selflessness. Tatum willing to give it up whenever he sees an open teammate.
And Thompson kicks to Beasley. And he drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. Beasley's got 5 points so far.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Tatum on the wing. Tatum draws the double. Pass to Hauser. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Stewart.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Ivy, no one around him. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Ivy's got his second bucket of the night.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. a different look here for the Pistons. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Malik Beasley. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Jaden Ivey. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. .55 seconds left in the second quarter. Now here's Brown. And he makes good on the layup.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
Now Cunningham lets it go from 11, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that.
Difference between the shot and game clock. Porzingis finds Brown. And a miss there on the triple. Harris inside. Brown's there. Here's Cunningham. It's hauled in by Cornette.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Celtics out in front. They lead by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.